Hello everyone, Brian here. To celebrate Lantern Rite 2, I'm gonna look back at some of the Genshin events and pick out which one's the best and worst Genshin event. There are exceptions like web events, collaboration events, and contests. I'm also excluding the first co-op event because I wasn't playing Genshin when that happened, so yeah. And before we start, this is all purely my opinion and it's completely fine if you disagree. Anyways, let's start off on which event I think is the best Genshin event. The one I want to talk about first is the Labyrinth Warriors event. It's basically Spiral Abyss, but better. You run around in this huge labyrinth and basically find your way to the end while fighting some enemies. In it, you can get some elemental buff in the form of Shikifuda. You can also get charms by completing challenges in the labyrinth. Another reason I like this event is the long-awaited appearance of Xinyan. She's been under the shadow for a long time and it's nice to finally see her actually do something. Oh yeah, Child's there too. In the end of the event, he brings out lore stuff about Scaramouche. I don't know, I skipped the dialogue because it was midnight when I played it. The next one I want to talk about is the Lantern Rite. The first one. The first time I played this, I thought it was pretty cool. The celebration based around Xiao is quite heartwarming. A free 4-star is always nice, and the redecoration of Liyue is beautiful, especially with the lanterns flying up in the sky and the deer statue. But I also think it's a bit overrated. The reason I say that is because of the quests, because they drag out. I get the one for the story, but the ones we do for other people is unnecessarily long. I think 3 quests goes for around like 2 hours. It may be shorter or longer, but it really felt like you're doing long chores. Not a bad event, but not the best. And next up is Midsummer Island's Adventure. This was different from other events because it literally created a new world. The Golden Apple Archipelago was a limited time event island where most of the event takes place. It also introduced the boat, which is the only way you can get anywhere because most of the area is purely water. It also introduced the first sign of Inazuma in the form of Mago Kenki. There are also some fun minigames in the event like a time trial boat race and a bomb that did more damage than your DPS. It also features a bunch of Mondstadt characters which is always fun. And of course, the best part of the event, the soundtrack. It can honestly be the best soundtrack Genshin has ever made. If it made a man cry and a YouTuber to make a video about it, then you know it is something beautiful. Oh, and the outfits are good too. The only thing I don't like about it is that I have to pay for Jean's outfit, even though I don't have Jean back then. Anyways, Unreconciled Stars. This one's special because it really shouldn't be an event. What I meant by that is it felt important to the story, with the whole Sky's fake thing and the first introduction to Scaramouche. And that's honestly all that I can say about it besides the free visual. It's still a mystery on why it's not a main part of the story. It opens so many theories to a lot of Genshin players. I really hope they either rerun the event or make it a permanent part of the story. This may as well be the best Genshin event, but there's still one more event that I truly think is the best Genshin event, in my opinion. And that is Windbloom, baby. Oh yeah. Windbloom is my favorite Genshin event by far. Not only did it have a really fun stories with playable characters interacting with each other and made everyone question where Kaya is from, it also had the most fun minigames like the rhythm game, and MiHoYo knew it was that good that they made another event out of it. The one where you pop balloons to gain points for rewards, and you can even compete with your friends to see who can get a higher score. The freefall one that exists, and the peculiar Wonderland domain where you do a bunch of minigames like the one that reminded me of Squid Game, and the one where you have to run to the end while avoiding getting caught in bubbles. And after you've done the minigames, you get to use the points you get from the minigames to get buff for yourself and fight some enemies, including bosses. So yeah, personally I think that Windbloom is so far my favorite Genshin event because it is the most fun I've had in the game. Alright, now that I've talked about the best Genshin event, let's talk about the worst. This segment's gonna be short because I don't have that much to say about the two events I'm gonna talk about. Yes, only two. I think Genshin's been solid regarding the events. Let's start off with the one I'm least offended about, the camera event. Anyone remember this event? Anyone remember liking it? The main problem for me with this event, and I'm guessing a problem with a lot of people, is the colored picture. What I mean by that is you get a subject on what to take a picture of, i.e. blue creature, and you have to take a picture of said subject, but you don't actually take a picture of that thing, but instead picture the color that's surrounding the subject. It's pretty confusing when I explain it, but watch Takaji's guide video and it will make a lot more sense. Editor's note, there is no Takajiji camera event guide video, so I suggest just searching up, I don't know, 5 Flushes of Fortune event guide. I guess, I don't know. And bro, getting those colored pictures are a nightmare. Like, when I tried getting a purple picture, the camera just straight up and says, "Yo, shit, blue!" It's very annoying. And like, it's one thing if you can take unlimited pictures, but you can only do it like 6 or 5 times a day. I don't know, I can't remember. That's how bad this event was for me. Which is a fair amount, but I always almost run out of attempts trying to get the right color picture. But this is still better than the event I'm gonna talk about next. I hate this event. It is arguably the most uninteresting event that Genshin has made. It may be free mode gems, but it is also very boring. You know what you do in this event? You plant. That's it. You also put the plants on a flower stand, but still it's nothing special. It is such a simple and boring event that made me question why Takajiji even made a video about it. I know something similar to this event exists, like Labyrinth, but listen, alright, Labyrinth is a cool dude, plus his purpose is to give players free stuff in exchange. We trade him resources, and I know we also need to trade resources to plant our seed, but the amount is so few that you might not even bother with it. And in the end, the event is to give players a flower stand, which, in my opinion, should be available in the first place. I don't know if you can still get a flower stand, but if you can't, I think it should be publicly available. So sorry to all flower event fans, all 2 of you, but in my opinion, the flower event is Genshin's worst event. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Before I end things off, my editor Lawlbit, who is definitely not me, has commissions open. So if you want to keep commission, hit him up on Instagram or Twitter. We share the same social media besides YouTube, so I'll let him know if you want to commission. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye.